Hello and welcome back to our Octopath Traveller playthrough. In our last episode, we successfully managed to complete Harneet's second chapter. We went back into the forest. We didn't get killed by the first pack of monsters we happened across, and we tracked down the Lord of the Forest, who was some kind of wooden deer thing, and promptly slew him, as you do. Anyway, we didn't find our master, though we did learn a little bit more about him, and we need to progress on to her chapter 3 to find out, hopefully, where he's gone. But for now, we're going to tackle Therion's chapter 2, which is not in Stoneguard. It is over here in Noblecourt. So off we go. Now, what I need to do is find the inn, because I can't remember where it is. And yes, as you can see, we have been on our little criminality spree, and most of the people around here no longer have items that they thought they did. No, not down there. Must be in the eastern part of the city. There it is. Now, Townkeeper says, "Well met, traveller. What can I do you for?" We need to hear a tale about Therion, Chapter 2. Arriving in Noblecourt in search of the ruby dragonstone, you quickly overhear a rumour that a scholar in town is using the stone to conduct some questionable research. By continuing that tale. The story so far. After successfully infiltrating Ravus Manor, Therion was confronted by the butler Heathcote, who ensnared him with a fool's bangle. Now he begrudgingly ventures forth to find the 3 dragonstones, lost treasures of House Ravus, at the behest of their owner, Lady Cordelia, that he might have his mark of shame removed. And so he arrives in this town, where rumour has it the ruby dragonstone resides. As for who holds it, none can say, and thus Therion's search begins.
Now then,
Therion says, "A scholar in Noblecourt." "Thanks, Heathcote. Those are like a leaf a dozen here." Hopefully these 2 nearby will be able to tell us something. Therion continues, "I need something more to go on than that." So he starts eavesdropping. The townsperson says, "I'm glad it's on the outskirts. I avoid it if I can."
aye,
The second townsperson says, "That creepy old mansion in the northwest part of town. I hear someone actually lives there." The first townsperson asks, "Who?" The second townsperson says, "A man named Orlick. They said he's some kind of scholar." The first townsperson asks, "What business would a scholar have living there?" The second townsperson replies, "Research. Apparently he spends all his time locked up in his study, studying some shiny red stone. His men won't let anyone in to see him." Therion ponders this. The first townsperson goes on, "If you ask me, it sounds like he's hiding something." The second townsperson agrees. You may very well be, but I'm fine letting you keep your secrets. And off they go.
Interesting.
Therion thinks to himself, the secrets he can keep, but that stone is a different story. Time to do some research of my own. Outskirts of town, was it? It appears we're off to the outskirts of town. Let's see. Yes, we do need to invest in some herbs of light. We can move on. And yes, the party is a little over-leveled, but as I explained last time, it's difficult to level these people at a relatively similar rate. Okay, we've arrived at the mansion, and Therion thinks to himself, this must be the place. He rushes off to the side as the captain of the guards walks out and takes a look around.
Of course.
Therion thinks to himself, and of course it's guarded. Therion continues to think, a scholar with his own personal armed guard? Yeah, that's not suspicious or anything. Therion continues to think, no back door either. I can't get a free pass anywhere these days. I'll swing by the tavern. Someone's bound to know something. Travel banter between Therion and Olbrich. Therion says, tell me, how would you get into this building? Olbrich replies, an interesting query. Were it a battlefield, I would seek out the weakest flank and strike, using the element of surprise. Therion asks, oh, would have figured you more for a full frontal assault? Olbrich says, of course I would consider that too, were it necessary. But either way, reaching the centre of the manse would be no easy task. Therion says, brute force can only get you so far, eh? Olbrich nods. Just so. The straight way of the soldier is not always the surest, nor quickest path. Hence, this venture is best left in your hands. I'm most eager to see your skills in action. Therion laughs. Never thought I'd have an audience. Alright, let's go and head back to the tavern and start asking not so subtle questions.
Now then.
Therion says, now let's see. Who here looks like they'd know about our friend Orlick?
Hello.
And so he starts eavesdropping again. First tavern patron says, how's business, my friend?
Well, you see...
Second tavern patron replies, not good, I'm afraid. I hope you're faring better.
Ah,
First tavern patron says, I wish I could tell you so, but it's been hard lately for us too. Oh. Tavern patron. The second tavern patron says, my condolences. They had nothing interesting to share. Therion says, mine too. Moving on. Starts eavesdropping again. Tavern patron 3 says, I just don't get those people. Locked away in that manor, surrounded by guards. Tavern patron 4 says, it's strange, isn't it? Makes me wonder just what Orlic's up to in there.
Well.
Therion mutters to himself, that's more like it.
Hey.
Therion moves over to their table and asks, mind if I have a seat?
Hello?
Tavern patron 3 says, not at all. Therion asks, can I get you two a drink?
All right then.
Tavern patron 3 replies, that's mighty kind of you, stranger. What brings you here? You don't look like you're from around these parts. Therion nods. I'm a wanderer, going wherever my feet take me. And there's nothing better than a tall ale and a good tale after a day of travelling. If you don't mind my asking, who's this Orlic fellow you're talking about? Tavern patron 4 replies, if you're that interested, we'll tell you all about him. Consider it thanks for the drinks.
Well, the fact is...
Tavern patron 3 says, Orlic's the talk of the town right now.
Truth is...
Tavern patron 4 says, he's a scholar, and one I dare say went off the deep end. Holed himself up in the building on the edge of town. Word is, he's doing some kind of research and hasn't come out since.
Just so.
Tavern patron 3 says, I heard he's investigating a stone. Nobody knows what for. Therion says, it definitely sounds like he's got a few screws loose. Tavern patron 4 says, you got that right. He's one you don't want to get involved with. Now that I think about it though, didn't he have a research partner? Tavern patron 3 nods. Yeah, I heard he was another eccentric one. I think he's still doing his research in town. Therion asks, what's his name?
If I recall...
Tavern patron 3 replies, Barham? Barhand? Barham? Yes, that's it. He worked in that manor with Orlic, but they went their separate ways after a disagreement.
Is that so?
Therion says, I guess they were too much for each other to handle. Tavern patron 3 laugh. Sounds like it. Anyway, I hope that sates your curiosity, Wanderer.
Thanks.
Therion replies, it does. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. And he walks away. Therion thinks to himself, now to track down this Barham. Well, Barham. Where might we find a Barham? Might be his cat. Apparently not, though. chest. Obtained Herb of Light. Another chest. 1 Olive of Life.
The plain truth is...
The old gravekeeper says we've had a grave robber sneaking around here lately. Can't people just let the dead rest in peace? In my younger days, I'd have given him what for, but these old bones don't move like they used to, and the scoundrel just keeps running away. If only there was some way to bring that no-good scoundrel to justice. Could your friendly bow give this person what they need? Yes. This is one of the many things we appropriated in a completely legal manner. The old gravekeeper asks, "What's that you've got there? That's a fine bow if ever I've seen one." Surprised I can handle a weapon? I'll have you know I was a fine archer in my day. And one day my legs gave out, and that was... The old gravekeeper laughs. Now I see the way of it. Yes, I should be able to use this. That grave robber thinks I can't chase him down. When he turns his back to me, I'll just take aim and... The gravekeeper laughs. He'll never know what hit him. I owe you one, friend. That scoundrel won't be disturbing the dead any longer. Not on my watch. Well, I'm glad you like it. We obtained 4,500 monies, and we obtained a gravekeeper's mark. As you do.
Hello.
The aspiring actor says, "My dream is to become a successful player and act upon a grand stage someday. I've heard that a travelling troupe is looking for actors, but they want a pair, and I have no partner. If only I could find someone who would join me on such a journey." Indeed. Anyway.
Hello?
The townsperson says, "If you head west along this bridge, you'll reach the commoners district. Careful though, it's quite dangerous these days." Well, don't you worry, sir.
Oh!
Fashionable traveller says, "What ho? Do you like the cut of my pantaloons? I bet you do. They're my own design, fashioned of silk from Gendy's finest fabrics and Quarry Crest. They're both comfortable and durable, while they'll survive a trampling by a shire horse, and I should know." I don't really want to know how you know, sir. Oh, I may have found it.
Now then.
Therion says, "Let's see if he's home." And knocks on the door.
What?
Barham asks, "Who's there?" Therion replies, "Someone looking for a man named Barham."
Let's hurry this up.
Barham says, "I'm Barham. What business do you have with me?"
Is that so?
Therion says, "I heard you used to be Orlick's research partner. Is that true?"
Yes.
Barham replies, "That was long, long ago. I have nothing to do with the man now, and all the better for it. If that's all you came here for, you can leave now. Goodbye. Therion says. Wait, hear me out. Orlick has something I need.
What?
Barham asks. And what's that? Therion replies, I'll give you a hint. It's the subject of his research. Barham says, the ruby dragonstone.
Indeed.
Therion nods. That's the one.
I see.
Barham says, I surmise you plan to take it from him. Therion thinks to himself, guilty as charged. Barham continues, and you need my help.
That's right.
Therion nods and says, mm-hmm.
I see.
Barham says, so you came to ask me how to get into his place.
Ha!
Therion says, you scholars are quick on the uptake. Barham sighed.
Let's hurry this up.
Very well. I'll give you the answer you seek. You'll need a password to enter.
Oh-ho.
Therion asks, and the password is... ABC123? Barham says, presumptuous, aren't we? I'll tell you on one condition.
Is that so?
Therion says, let's hear it then. Barham replies, get what I need for my experiment, and we'll call it a deal.
Sure.
Therion nods. Sounds fair. So what do you need? Barham replies, pure water filtered through the desert sands. Kind found only in the most pristine oases. Therion says, silly me. I actually thought your demand was going to be reasonable. Barham says, it is, you fool. A merchant from the Sunlands often comes to town selling this very water. However, this rarity doesn't come cheap. Therion says, price is never my problem. Consider it done. Steal oasis water from the merchant. Gee, that Arab-looking gentleman. He might be an oasis merchant selling water.
Welcome, welcome.
The Sunlands merchant says, come one, come all. I present to you the most precious and refreshing beverage in the realm. Oasis water, all natural and free of even the slightest impurities. One sip and you'll taste the difference. You there, how about a drink?
Thieving time.
Therion thinks to himself, if you lead a thief to water... Travel banter, Therion
So?
and Ha'anit. Ha'anit says, so, how dost thou propose to get water from that merchant? Therion asks, do you have to ask? You know what I do for a living. Ha'anit replies, treasure hunting. Therion says, don't approve, do you? Ha'anit replies, to speak truly, I do not. Therion says, fair enough. It's no secret. What I do isn't exactly noble. Ha'anit says, thou needst not defend thyself. We are in comrades. I can put my personal prejudices aside. Therion has no words. Comrades, eh? Ha'anit asks, did I say something odd? Therion replies, no, never mind. Right, my friend. If you'll just look that way and cough twice. Yoink. Well, look at that.
And that's that.
Therion says, I hope you're thirsty. Barham says, that was faster than I anticipated.
Now then.
Therion says, I fulfilled my half of the bargain. Now tell me the password.
No.
Barham says, now, your half is fulfilled when I say it's fulfilled. Therion says, I see what's happening here. Barham says, I should hope so. I'll need a few more things for my experiment if you'd be so kind.
If you insist.
Therion replies, thieves are notorious for being kind. How can I help you? Barham replies, I require a wyvern scale. Can you procure one for me? Therion replies, I don't know. Where can I find one?
If you want facts,
Barham replies, they're sold in town from time to time. It's highly prized by scholars as a regent, and carries a price to match.
Got it.
Therion says, I'm noticing a trend here, but yes, I can get it for you.
yes.
Barham says, good, I'm counting on you. And so we leave again, in the hopes of finding a wyvern scale. Well, he's not in the square. I don't know. Affable antiquarian. I just bought a notebook of a travelling merchant. Look, someone's already written in it. I wonder if it was someone's diary. Possibly. Who knows? Well, you weren't here before.
Well, about that.
Townsperson says, Orlick? Yes, he's a scholar that lives in a large mansion in the western part of town.
And so,
I hear he's a rather odd man who mainly holds up in his house researching some red stone. Well, okay. Fine. Oh, there we go. Robin Hood over here.
Welcome.
Merchant says, You'll never believe what I found. It's a rarity, but it can be yours for a price. Look at that, a wyvern scale. It's a bit tight, but the price was right. Hey, Mr. Barham, we have your wyvern scale.
And that's that.
Therion says, I got what you asked for. Barham says, perfect. You're quite good at your craft. Therion replies, I need a password, not praise. Barham replies, and I need just one more thing.
Wonderful.
Therion says, remind me, who's the crook here? Barham says, that's a fine attitude to have if you don't want the password. Therion shrugs. Okay, but this is the last one.
Yes, yes.
Barham says, yes, I promise. It's a special type of ore. Metallic in nature, but crystal clear. Once I have it, I can begin my experiment.
Huh.
Therion says, music to my ears. And we didn't ask where to get it from. More travel penta. Therion and Alfin. Alfin says, stealing here, stealing there, stealing pretty much everywhere. Heck, you thieves sure do work hard. Therion has no words. Alfin continues, and you're one of the best, right? You've got to have a massive stash of treasure hidden away. Therion replies, let's just say I'm prepared for retirement. Alfin says, I see. Anyway, one more task and our job's done. Light at the end of the tunnel, eh? Therion says, it's not like you're doing any thieving. Now Alfin has no words. And he thinks to himself, man, talk about a tough crowd. Alfin says, anyway, when the job's done, what say we go hit the tavern? Therion has no words. Then says, sure. One mug. Your treat. Anyway.
Hello.
Merchant says, hey, look here. Carry only the finest quality minerals. Smells a bit, but it's a decent fit. Yoink. Alright, hand it over.
And that's that.
Therion says, I got what you asked for.
Here.
Catch. And tosses the...
Careful.
Barham catches it and says, careful with that. Anyhow, thanks. At last I can begin my grand experiment.
Huh.
Therion asks, aren't you forgetting something, old man? You promised me a password. Byron replies, "Cool your heels. The experiment comes first." Therion says, "I hope you don't think you can swindle a swindler."
Wrong.
Byron replies, "Don't be ridiculous. Just be patient, and I'll uphold my half of the bargain."
If you want facts,
Byron continues, "Oleg and I have known each other since our years at the academy. We acquired that manor as a place to continue our research. But he changed after coming across that dragonstone. It was almost like he was possessed, his life consumed by his research. He wouldn't let anyone get near him, not even me." Therion stays silent. Barham continues, "That's why I want to help you get that stone away from him. It's not meant to be held by our hands." Therion again says nothing. Barham says, "The password is the truth of all things."
Well, I'll be damned.
Therion repeats, "The truth of all things." That's easy enough to remember.
yes.
Barham says, "Yes, take this with you too."
This is...
Therion says, "This is a key."
True.
Barham grins and says, "Observant."
I see.
Therion says, "You used those materials to make this."
Yes, yes.
Barham replies, "You're a natural-born researcher, boy. Now, the password will get you into the mansion, but the door to the laboratory can only be opened with that key." Therion says, "Makes you think he doesn't want anyone getting in, not even an old friend like you." Barham says, "Yes, we may have disagreed from time to time, but Orlick is still like a brother to me. My warnings may have been nothing but noise to him, but I wouldn't be much of an older brother if I didn't nag from time to time." Passion is important in our line of work, but there's a fine line between that and obsession, and Orlick has crossed that line. Therion says, "So this moving friendship, or maybe brotherly love, is why you're so willing to help me?" Barham says, "I wonder. Perhaps it's jealousy or hatred that's come to drive me. But those bygone days are precious to me, even now." "I know what I feel is true."
Oh, really?
Therion grins, tugs the old heartstrings. "But my own reasons are more than enough to go through with this. Thanks." Therion thinks to himself, friends, brothers, partners. And leaves. Oh, looks like we're having a flashback.
All right.
Therion says, "I think we're in the clear." Darius laughs. Those Giano bastards finally got what they deserved. Always strutting around like they bleeding own the place. I wish I could see their boats when they realise someone beat them to it. No matter how hard they look now, they won't find our treasure.
Ha!
Therion says, something this rare would be wasted on them anyway. Darius says, you said it. Now we'll just sell this gem and... Therion interrupts. Wait. Darius asks, something wrong? Therion asks, where are the gold coins we stole? We said we'd split the spoils. Darius laughs. Sharp as a tack, aren't you? It's not much, so I thought I'd just hold on to it and buy you a tiddly later.
I see.
Therion says, I see. Then let's celebrate with this tonight. Darius says, yeah, let's.
All right.
Therion says, but don't let your guard down. The Chianos will come for revenge at some point. They call themselves thieves, but they'll resort to violence if need be.
Thanks.
Darius nods. I know. Thanks for looking out, partner.
Now then.
Therion says, no problem. Now let's get moving. Darius pauses. And sighs. And we return to the present. Now we can make for Orlick's residence.
Hold on there.
First gatekeeper says, halt. What business do you have here? Therion thinks to himself, there's no need to sneak around now that I have the password. If I play my cards right, I can walk right in.
Hey.
Therion says, I have a package for Orlick, materials for his experiment.
Oi!
Second gatekeeper says, hear anything about a delivery?
Nah.
First gatekeeper replies, not me. Therion says, that's odd. Maybe the message just got lost somewhere. Anyway, he said it was urgent, so I rushed over. Second gatekeeper says, understood. What's the password? Therion replies, the truth of all things. The first gatekeeper says, all right, you may pass. And they step
Much
aside.
obliged.
Therion replies, much obliged. And moves forward.
Time to get to work.
Therion thinks to himself, where would we be without guards? And we enter the mansion. There isn't a gentleman in a coffin in the basement, is there? Do we think? Do We think maybe there might be.
You won't feel a thing.
Is your head? Right, trade tempest.
The winds of fortune howl.
It's a lamp.
Bring it on.
Okay, no, that's fine. Luminescence.
Let a flame illuminate our path.
Victory shall be mine.
Level slash.
I will cut you down.
What next?
That'll work too.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
How about the lights? Look at that.
The hunt endeth.
Alfred has achieved level 38. It's very obviously because we're quite significantly over-leveled for this. That was so easy. We got a healing grape bunch from that chest.
Want a tangle, huh?
Now then,
Level
I will
slash.
cut you down.
Out of my way.
Why do you look like a vacuum? Trade
The
tempest.
winds of fortune howl.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Here goes nothing.
Luminescence.
Victory shall be mine.
Lights. There we go. Dagger. Look at that.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Here goes nothing.
No?
Now then,
Lights. Dagger. Just a dagger.
Coming, if thou darest.
Oh.
Thou didst fight with courage.
We got a light soulstone M.
Let's see what you got.
have at you.
No. No.
Bring it on.
Donk. No.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Got a feeling it's fire, but try something just in case. You never know.
Letting the hunt begin.
Out of my way.
Killed wildfire. Guardian. Look at that. It was fire. Gee.
Now
Coming, if thou darest.
Here goes nothing.
Luminescence.
Let's a flame illuminate our path.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
How about you?
My turn.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Indeed.
Bring it on! That's what I'm talking about.
We got a nice soulstone. Nope. Probably should have remembered that. But anyway,
Letting us beginning. Letting the hunt beginning.
let's see.
Too slow.
Out of my way.
There.
How about you?
Yes.
Bring it on!
X. Yes.
Bring it on!
Oh. Look at that.
Missed me.
My turn.
Got so many in a row.
How about you?
What next? What next?
My turn.
L.
The battle is truly joined.
Here we go!
Speak to the dog.
The battle is truly joined.
Lance.
My turn. Don't start things you can't finish.
I got 3,000 monies from that chest. Ooh. And an olive of life from that one.
Want a tangle, huh?
Now then,
Level slash.
I will cut you down.
Out of my way.
Danielle.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Blue.
Here we go!
Why not indeed? Luminescence.
Letting my arrow flying true. What next?
Victory shall be mine.
Sword.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
We've got a healing grape M. And just look at how much JB Olberic has. Inspiriting Plum from the third chest.
Tis a good day for battle. The battle is truly joined.
Level
I will
slash.
cut you down.
I will not be
My
thy
turn.
prey.
Dagger.
All right!
What next?
Dagger.
The battle is truly joined.
Level slash.
I will cut you down!
What next?
Oh,
Here goes nothing.
holy.
Come in, if thou darest.
Look.
The hunt endeth.
Well, that was a lot of walking for nothing.
Let's see what you got.
Now then,
Level slash.
I will cut you down!
They're not weak to the sword.
Out of my way.
How about the dagger? Nope.
All right.
The axe?
Come in,
The axe.
if thou
Bow?
darest.
No.
Will not be thy prey.
How about the lance? That's right, get a lance right up you.
Out of my way!
Come in, if thou darest.
Now for the bodyguard once. Not the bow either.
Bring it on.
How about a dog? Nope.
Listest me.
Victory shall be mine!
Lance. What about it is the lance? Dagger?
Death!
Nope.
Too slow!
Come in, if thou darest.
Axe.
Bring it on.
Dog? Nope.
Here goes nothing.
Well, that's the axe, so
The battle is truly joined.
may as well give it a
My
little.
way!
My turn.
You nasty little man.
There!
Come in, if thou darest. I honor thee, my quarry.
This is the beginning of your end.
Now there's the pink ones. Okay.
Here we go.
The battle is truly joined.
Level slash.
I will cut you down!
Yes. Dagger?
Letting the hunt beginneth.
Oh. Yes.
Now then! Out of my way!
What next?
Oh, let's break this one, shall we?
Here goes nothing.
And then see if those are too late. I suspect they are, but they didn't survive long enough to find out.
The battle is truly joined.
They're
Out of
broken.
my way!
And dead.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
And Ha'anit has achieved level 34. I just held a refreshing jam.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted. Come in, if thou darest.
Indeed.
My turn.
There!
Here goes nothing.
Lemon
Let the flame illuminate our path.
Now then,
Level slash.
I will cut you down!
Come in, if thou darest.
Victory shall be mine!
Out of my way. Don't start things you can't finish.
Oh, hello. No, can't take that. We got a lightning amulet. Which makes me suspect that we're going to be up against lightning. So, oh, Gravekeeper's Mark. Makes us play P plus 50. Lightning amulet. Let's just do that.
It's a good day for battle.
Out of my way.
Danielle.
Here goes nothing. Let the flame illuminate our path.
What next?
Now then,
Level
I
slash.
will cut you down!
Come in, if thou darest.
Have at you!
Level slash. Oh, Rick's got 1 MP left. Danielle!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
No.
I honor thee, my quarry.
Wait, let's feed him a few plums. Or a couple of plums at least. Is there a... No, just...
It's a good day for battle.
Just bookshelves.
Come in, if thou darest.
Victory shall be mine.
I will not
Here
be
we
thy
go.
prey.
Well, that could
No.
have been better. It was.
Out of my way!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Try this!
And a
Bring it
dagger of
on.
the stroke.
Letting the hunt beginning.
All right.
Now then, out of my way!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Out of my way.
Now then,
Bring it on. That's what I'm talking about.
We've got a nice soulstone. Oh, a save point in a seemingly inconspicuous position. It's almost like there could be a boss just ahead.
Well, I'll be damned.
Therion says, so this is the door Byron was talking about. It doesn't look like it has any ordinary lock, that's for sure. But this crystal key should do the trick. One wonders why he needed the curtain behind the door. Oh, anyway, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. That was a very short transition. And I suspect this is what Therion is after.
The Ruby Dragonstone. 1 down, 2 to go.
That's far enough, thief.
You must be Orlick.
I assume you heard the rumors and came to steal my dragonstone. But filthy thieves such as yourself could never appreciate its true value. Wait. Barham put you up to this, didn't he? That nagging, patronizing coward Barham. This research is pointless, Orlick. Enough with the dragonstone, Orlick. I'll decide when enough is enough. Mark my words, boy. This stone is mine, and you will never have it.
I beg to differ. I couldn't care less about its true value. But I need to get that stone back to its rightful owner, and that's not you.
This stone should be in the hands of someone intelligent. Someone who can appreciate its mysteries.
Someone like yourself?
Precisely. This beautiful stone requires research, and I'm the only one who can do it.
It sounds like you can't trust anyone else to get the job done.
Why should I?
I never said you should. I know how it feels.
Don't pretend you understand! Enough with this thoughtless prattle! I have work to do!
Let's get this over with.
The battle is truly joined.
Well, you appear to enjoy the finer things in life, sir. Let's try a little slash and see who's weak to what.
Come in, if thou darest.
Now, bow.
Out of my way.
Attack arrow. No?
I will not be thy prey.
All right.
Try the outsider chance. How about the doctor? You're weak to the doctor. Now the dog tends to be final weapon. Things can be vulnerable.
The winds of fortune howl.
Oh. Orlick is vulnerable to wound. Okay.
Come in, if thou darest.
Interesting. How about thunder?
Lightning, done my bidding.
Nope.
Have at you.
Ice?
This will cool your temper.
Ice, okay, fine. No. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Luminescence. Nope. Oh, but Orlick is again. Which what you wouldn't expect.
My turn.
No, fire's before ice, isn't it? So... Sword.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
2, sword. Twice.
Now then.
Sword. Again.
Miss, I will.
Here we go.
Let's just first aid
That'll do her.
Harney and solve some problems later on.
Try this. Have at you.
Sword.
I will not be thy prey. Letting the hunt begin it.
Sword.
Here we go.
What next?
Gotta love that second serving. It tends to trigger more often than you'd
Victory
think it
shall
would.
be mine.
Actually, on level
I
slash
will
you're going to
cut
get
you
both
down.
of them. Keep
Here goes nothing.
this one to the side off on the one so that we
What
can break
next?
him whenever we need to.
My turn.
Sword.
What next?
Sword. Twice.
Bring it
You're
on.
not a fan of Therion, are you? First aid
That'll
for
do
Therion
us.
now.
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way.
Sword.
Letting the hunt begin it.
Sword. Twice. It's only supposed to have a 25% chance of actually activating.
Try this. Now then.
It's working quite well.
Will not be
Here we
thy
go.
prey. Letting my arrow fly and true.
Sword. Twice. Because why not at this point, right?
Come in, if thou darest.
Sword. Twice.
The battle is truly joined.
Sword.
Bring it on.
Yeah, better first aid outfit.
That'll do her.
I will not be thy prey.
All right.
Sword.
Try this.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Sword.
Victory shall be mine.
Break.
Victory shall be mine.
Sword.
Out of my way.
Let's see. Thief skills. No, that's the wrong thing. Yes, they are the wrong thing.
Bring it on.
Let's use icicle. instead
Cool
of-
off.
What next?
Sword. We've only got one sword.
My turn.
Steel.
What's
Yes,
yours?
mine.
Mine.
We got an inspiriting plum in. Look at that.
Letting the hunt begin it.
Sword. Twice.
Here goes nothing.
Icicle.
Cool off.
Victory shall be mine.
Sword. He's broken and he's gone. And our friend is unlocked. suspect you're going to be weak against fire.
Don't play.
No. I would be incorrect.
Here goes nothing.
Again. First aid for our
That'll do her.
needs.
Letting the hunt begin.
Thunderbird.
Done my bidding.
Nope.
Victory shall be mine.
So, bicycle.
This will cool your temper.
All right. Let's find what weapons he's weak to. Dagger. Dagger.
Now then.
Okay. So we know it's not the sword, otherwise it would have been. Lance. The lance.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
The bow. Hello.
Here we go.
Even the dog. Nope.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
The axe twice.
Out of my
Two
way.
axes. Yeah.
I will not
Here
be
we
thy
go.
prey.
We will heal
Miracle
everyone.
of health.
Have at you.
I'm going to lance you.
What
like
next?
Boil. And then axe you. Now.
The battle is truly joined.
No. We're not going to use Old Black's limit break because his limit break uses the sword, so we'll instead max out Spearhead.
My blade is unbending.
Like that.
All right.
And we're going to maximum holy light.
Alrighty.
I was considering the amputation.
Sacred light.
Honestly, probably would have done more. Now, Ava's Reckoning. Maximum. That was limit
I'm
break.
ready. Are you? Time to steal the show.
Letting the hunt begin.
Ah, yes. Yes, we'll spearhead with harness.
Holding back nothing. I shall pierce them through. Come in, if thou darest.
And axe. Ow!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Axe.
Have at you.
Lance.
Out of my way.
Dagger.
Here goes nothing.
Holy light.
Sacred light. All right.
Holy light.
What next?
Axe.
Now then.
Now let's maximum amputation with Noblecourt.
My blade is unbending. I shall cleave you in two.
Let's use another Therion's limit break, shall we?
I'm ready. Are you?
Ava's Reckoning.
Time to steal the show.
Dagger.
The battle is truly joined.
Lance. Hold up, yeah.
Here goes nothing.
Let's maximum amputation with Alpha 2, shall we?
Let's get down to work. Ha!
Yep. have done that
if
instead
thou
of
darest.
maximum stuff. Maximum speed. Maximum holy light is what I meant.
Holding back nothing.
And he's gone.
I honor thee, my quarry.
We got two inspiriting plum ends and an inspiriting plum basket.
Bested by a thief. How disgraceful.
Since you won't be doing much more research, I'll just take this. And now, back to Boulderfall. I'm sure Heathcote's got new orders for me. Hooray. I'm back.
I'm so glad to see you safe, Mr. Therion.
I brought the dragonstone.
This is indeed the ruby stone, without a doubt.
You have my gratitude.
He is simply upholding his half of the deal, milady. He deserves no such thanks. After all, he has yet to return the 2 remaining stones.
I think he's earned the removal of the band.
Stop and think about what you're saying.
I beg your pardon?
You can't guarantee I'll fulfill my promise if you remove this now.
I believe you would.
And why's that?
You don't strike me as someone who would abandon responsibility.
And you strike me as someone with too much faith in people. Take it from me, no matter how much you trust someone, they will betray you. So do yourself a favor and build your walls up higher before you get hurt.
Mr. Therion?
Please, milady, that's quite enough. Though I hate to admit it, he's right. It's best not to remove the band just yet.
If you insist.
So, where's the next stone?
After a bit of digging, I found it to be in Wellspring.
Any idea where in Wellspring?
That town is home to a black market.
How does he know about the black market? Only those involved with the business are supposed to know. I knew he was no ordinary butler.
The Emerald Dragonstone is being sold there. Or so my sources say.
I'll be on my way then.
Good luck out there, Mr. Therion.
You don't need to see me off again. It's a waste of time for both of us.
But... farewell.
Please, don't burden yourself with him, Miss Ravis. Even that man has dignity to uphold.
Dignity?
Though he may live an unscrupulous life, his skills as a thief keep him alive. Naturally, he has pride and confidence in these skills, but we use them against him. And I can imagine he feels great frustration when shown compassion and consideration by the very ones who duped him. If he did not feel such, I would not think him suitable for the job.
I see. He's a man with a lot of pride.
Milady?
My apologies, Heathcote, but I can't help thinking of that lonesome look on his face. It reminded me of myself back then.
Is that so?
Yes, his words may have been harsh, but I could tell that his true feelings were different.
And so Therion's journey continues. His next target, the Stone of Emerald. So he sets forth for the town of Wellspring in the Sunlands, and the dead of villainy that awaits within. Well, there we go. There we go. That would be Therion's chapter 2 complete. And his chapter 3 is down here at Wellspring, together with Ulbrix. However, our next stop on the journey, not Primrose, no, is Alfin in Goldshore. So, that will be our destination next time. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next episode.